A lot of people think that finding symbols and deep meaning is all that there is to learning poetry. However, in my junior year, in an AP English class that I took, I learned that there is a lot more to poetry than looking for some deep stretch of a meaning. In one of our early AP English classes, my teacher brought out Robert Frost's After Apple Picking and had us read it in pairs. Like good little English students, we did what we were taught to do and looked for symbolism in the poem. We decided that the apples represented people and it was a metaphor for heaven, and all other sorts of ridiculous ideas. We each wrote a page or two describing our ideas and turned them in to our teacher. The next day, after she'd read them over, to our surprise she told us we were all wrong. Robert Frost doesn't know what the apples are, she told us. They're freaking apples! Needless to say, we were all in quite a shock. We'd been taught that the entire point of poetry was to find some deep meaning in the words. With this baseline, my teacher taught us how to properly explore poetry and appreciate it for its language. But that particular day with After Apple Picking has stuck with me long into my life. The poem is about something so simple. It's about a man who has an apple orchard that picked the apples and got so tired that he fell asleep and had a nightmare about apples. The way I describe it, it sounds silly, but the way Robert Frost phrases it in his poem, with his language and how he makes us feel reading it, really showed me the power of poetry and what the English language can really accomplish. But I realized that not a lot of people have this experience. I know many people in my life that have been taught that to be a good little English student, you have to find some symbolism or some theme in a novel or a poem. I think that people need to appreciate the power of the English language and understand that there's so much more to literature than some symbol. It was because of this, in large part, that I decided to become a teacher. I wanted to bring students the love and the realization of the power of the English language